It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. It's Football Friday, so you know what that means. We will be heavily involved in football on today's episode. Of course, our social media handle for Twitter is at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com. And the 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Well, it's Football Friday. We had some Thursday night action going on, and so we'll get you caught up on some of the local high schools that took place on Thursday night. We want to give congratulations to the Burton Panthers. They were victorious over the Bartlett Bulldogs by the score of 61-0. Somerville victorious over Milano by the score of 62-0. And what I'm going to call the upset of the week thus far, even though Tompkins has been having a pretty strong year, the Tompkins Falcons victorious over the Katy Tigers by the score of 24-19. Porter hands Caney Creek another defeat on last night with the score of 49-3. In the world of Waller County's scheduled games for tonight, 2 out of 3 of the Waller County teams will be on the road. With the 7 p.m. kickoffs, Royal Falcons will be at the Wharton Tigers tonight. Waller will take on Magnolia in the Battle of the Bulldogs. And the Yoakum Bulldogs will be at the Hempstead Bobcats for a 7:30 kickoff time. The Rose Hill Christian Eagles will have a bye this week, and other games will have the Sealy Tigers at Lamar. New Waverly will be at Anderson Shiro. Rouse will be at Brenham. Giddings will be at Navasota. And Belleville will be at Swaney.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Don't forget you can listen to the Waller Magnolia Battle of the Bulldogs tonight on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, and that kickoff again is at 7 p.m. I'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Eva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
This is Rob Butler with your Southland Report. SFA took care of business against Division II Western Colorado Saturday. They built a 37-0 lead after the first quarter, led 58-0 at halftime, and cruised to an easy 64-7 win. Quarterback Trey Self was near perfect, going 9 of 12 for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. I cannot say I'm surprised about SFA this season. They appear to be turning the corner a little ahead of schedule. The Lumberjacks are now 4-3 on the year. They play at Eastern Kentucky Saturday, and the Colonels are no slouch of an opponent. They are led by their stellar quarterback, Parker McKinney. I think the Lumberjacks win this game 31-28 over Eastern Kentucky. Abilene Christian beat Mercer 20-17 Saturday. Iowa transfer quarterback Peyton Mansell has led the Wildcat offense this season. He was 25-33 for 236 yards and a touchdown Saturday. Abilene Christian is 1-3 this year. They host Angelo State next week. I believe the Wildcats win this game 31-20 over Angelo State. Central Arkansas demolished Missouri Western 52-10 this past Saturday. Braylon Smith continues to lead the Bears' offense as he threw for 5 touchdowns. The Bears are 4-4 this year. They host Eastern Kentucky in a couple of weeks, and the Bears will wrap up their season at Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns on November 21st. A winning season is unlikely, but they have a chance to split these next 2 games and finish 500 against a tough schedule this year. That's Rob Butler, Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union has 13 different locations to better serve you. Locations in Rosenberg, Missouri City, Katy, College Station, Bryan, Brenham, and Waller, Texas. For more information, you can contact them on their toll-free number, 855-391-2149. Or you can send an email to information@bvscu.org. This will be a big weekend for college football. The Pac-12 will start its first games of the fall campaign. And, of course, you have your other lineup. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to pick a Power 5 game of the week. How does that sound? So each conference representing a Power 5, we will pick a game of the week. And since the Pac-12 is getting started on this week, that will be the first conference that we will go and pick our game of the week. And I figure, regardless of what it looks like on paper, does not matter. That's why you play the game. And with that being said, we're going to pick the 20-ranked USC Trojans hosting the Arizona State Sun Devils. That will be our Pac-12 game of the week. And since I used the quote from Coach Edwards, I might as well pick them for the upset. Over in the new look ACC, at least for this year, the big game of the week, of course, is going to be number 1 ranked Clemson Tigers at number 4 ranked Notre Dame. And with all the hoopla going on, Clemson without Trevor Lawrence, but I still think there's enough fire in the belly for Clemson to ward off the Irish. In the Big Ten, you have number 23 ranked Michigan taking on number 13 ranked Indiana. Although they are picking Michigan to win on the road, I just think that the Wolverines are in a crash and burn situation. It just hadn't surfaced yet. And I'm going to stick with the Hoosiers to take advantage of being at home and beat the Wolverines. Moving on over to the Big 12. Number 22 ranked Texas Longhorns will be at home taking on West Virginia. Both teams coming in with a 4-2 record. And although UT are the higher ranked team, I think they're going to struggle. West Virginia, the winner in this one. And over in the SEC, I've actually got 2 games that I want to pick out of the SEC. Another big matchup between number 8th ranked Florida Gators and the number 5 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. I believe Georgia has enough firepower to hold off the Florida Gators. Then we have the number 7th ranked Texas A&M Aggies on the road to take on South Carolina. Now, on the surface, you look at this, Aggies coming in with a 4-1 record, holding it down from the Western Division. And then you have a somewhat struggling South Carolina program with a 2-3 record coming from the East. On the surface, it appears that the Aggies should not have a problem. And I am going to pick the Aggies, but somewhat reluctantly. Because just when you start putting stock in the Aggies, they end up being the Aggies. But I believe the Aggies will have enough firepower to hold off the Gamecocks and win this game.
Want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Join us for a daily episode of The Mike Prince Show right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
This broadcast is being made possible by the support of the Prairie View Athletic Club. The Prairie View Athletic Club is a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics. For more information on becoming a member of the Prairie View Athletic Club, send your email to pvathletic.club@gmail.com. That email address again is pvathletic.club@gmail.com. Prairie View Athletic Club, a proud supporter of Prairie View A&M University athletics.
Now let us mosey on over to the NFL. Thursday night action found the Green Bay Packers still have some juice in the tank. They take care of the 49ers, which leads us to the weekend matchups. A game of interest will be the Baltimore Ravens at the Indianapolis Colts, the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another interesting game, at least on my radar, will be the Miami Dolphins at the Arizona Cardinals. And let us not forget the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Dallas Cowboys. You know I will have a vested interest in that one. But if I were to pick a game of the week, it would have to be the Seattle Seahawks taking their show on the road to Buffalo, New York to take on the Bills. And if I had to pick a game, I'm going to go with the Bills on this one to pull off what would be considered a mild upset. I know Russell Wilson is the man. He is having an MVP season, but I just got something in my gut about the Buffalo Bills this weekend. So those are our Football Friday picks, matchups, and forecasts for this week. Let us know what you guys think about some of our matchups and games that we have on the radar. Basketball season right around the corner. Still working on some great projects for that and a whole lot more. But I am going to exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us, acknowledging our sponsors and supporters. Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Diva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hand Lawn Service, Temple of Refuge Ministries, and the Prairie View Athletic Club. Visit our website at obnradio.com. Become a supporter by making a donation to help us carry out our daily mission. I've got to go. My time is far spent. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and as always, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.